Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I thought we would talk a bit about the Armada Clovis once again and the changes that are coming to Germany and also France. The Clovis, of course, is the new premium vehicle that's coming in for both nations. Germany is getting a pre order pack, whereas France is getting a Golden Eagles vehicle, which is going to be at rank 5. Both obviously will be exactly the same, and they will both be pretty good for their respective tech trees. Now, of course, this led to people asking, well, why is this thing going to both tech trees when other vehicles in the game, which basically have the kind of same deal as it, aren't in both tech trees? And today, I can at least report that right now, there is going to be a lot of cross-pollination between the French and the German tech trees, which is pretty fun. The major problem with kind of reporting on this stuff, though, is it seems to change minute to minute. We have different community managers saying different things, and also depending on what's going on, it is a little bit all over the place. What it really smells of is people making snap decisions or things that weren't thought of before, which have turned out, people passively talking negatively have turned out to be positive. So it's just a bit all over the place in terms of what's going on. So basically, the other day, we got a devlog for the PZSBWG P204F pack. This, of course, was going to the French tech tree, which is really fun. It's a long-barreled 50mm version of the AMD 35. But we've now had some clarification from Magazine, a community manager, who says, hey, so we had some more discussions since Esmin's comment. Esmin's information at the time was correct until we had more discussions about it, and the following will now happen. Germany will get it too. It will be called the PZSBWG P204F pack, and France's one will have a name change to AMD 35 Pack 38. So, instead of just France getting access to the PZSB WG-P204F pack, now both nations are going to get access to it in their standard tech trees, which is pretty cool because, depending on what you play, you can get both. Now, the kind of crazy thing about it is, as I said, Esmin was saying before that it was only for one specific tech tree, or at least it wasn't confirmed it was coming to Germany, and now we have the complete opposite, showing that these decisions are being made on a snap basis, which just seems odd to me. When it comes to this stuff, I don't understand where the breakdown of communication is. I was told, as we all were through those kind of setups when they talked about the covert disclosures, that these dev blogs and these things were wired in a long time in advance, and all of the information was ready to go. They've even actually added a disclaimer to the bottom of the they've added a disclaimer to the bottom of the dev blogs because this keeps happening where they just don't give the correct information. It says, please note that this vehicle's characteristics may be changed before it's added to the game, which is hilarious to say for a premium vehicle. What you need to do is wait until the dev server comes out and then make a decision whether you want to buy this thing or not. So yeah, it looks like the light tank at rank 2 will be coming to both tech trees. And then also, at the same time, there was another comment which said, we had some discussions about this one as well that have just concluded. France will get the DF105 in this major update as well. So for the longest time, it made absolutely no sense that the DF105 was only in the German tech tree, especially after the SK105, the SK105 ridiculousness, where it was just going to be added to the German tree and France was completely forgotten about, and then it was added to both tech trees. So now France will also get the DF105. So that's kind of the trade that's going to go on. So these are going to be 3 separate vehicles that are all going to be shared across the board for France and also Germany, meaning that, at least the lineups will be better, but at the same time, it once again takes away some of the uniqueness when it comes to the tech trees. And as I said, this kind of goes to a broader point once again. Why are these discussions happening now? Why have they not been had previously? Surely it should not take community members bringing up these ideas or thoughts for Gaijin to make decisions on where these vehicles should go in the tech trees. Surely these things must have already been discussed. It just seems completely crazy to me that they have not got this set in stone at this point. I understand that things are malleable and things change, but these are quite large changes in terms of what is added where. The other thing about this is obviously it's nice for the players who play those tech trees, but as we've said many times, one of the issues that War Thunder has is the fact that all of the tech trees are becoming synonymous with each other. Everything is just becoming the same, and that means that if you play one, you're going to play them all. And as long as there is at least a little bit of a reason for a vehicle to be in a different tech tree, looks like they're going to start going along that route. They have to start thinking about ways of making these vehicles funner to be able to grind out if people want to play multiple tech trees. And if their idea is to continue on this idea that only people should, see as the game completed if you complete one of the tech trees, then adding new content is just kind of ridiculous in this general way. So I understand they're trying to please everybody with this, but it doesn't please everybody. Nothing ever will please everybody. And, those types of things need to be thought about. If now you are adding extra vehicles to the game, now there is less of a reason to play one of the tech trees over the other, because you can just go play that one tech tree that has already appeared, or the one tech tree you're playing. You don't have to go to another for a different experience. You can just keep continuing down it. And that kind of sucks, at least in my opinion. There's also been a little bit of controversy around the Marder Clovis as well. There is a lot of details that they have left out of the dev blog, and this was noticed not just by myself, but also by others. When it comes to this vehicle, it could easily get access to many different things, whether it be a stabilizer, whether it be APF SDS, whether it be a thermal suite, and all of these things would of course increase its improvements. Or increase its efficiency and also its BR. We've had issues in the past with specific premiums coming in that were technically fake. The CV9105, which was the standard one, obviously got upgraded to the one that was real. But when it comes to this Marder Clovis, they're going to have to be super careful with it, because this vehicle could completely alter and change in BR and basically just be another 9093 vehicle based on what they give it access to. If they decide that it doesn't get a stabilizer, or doesn't get access to the APF SDS, or doesn't get access to the thermals, then of course it's a completely different vehicle to if it has all of those things. And if they don't give it all of its general factors, then of course people will complain, and if people have bought it on the preface that it wouldn't get those factors and be part of other lineups, of course they're going to be annoyed, because as you give it those kind of features, of course it's going to increase in BR, which is going to annoy people. So just going to have to be a little bit careful in terms of all of this stuff. So a lot going on today in terms of different vehicles moving around, and also at the same time dev blogs once again just not being up to snuff. Hopefully in the future this can improve. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.